Hey everybody and welcome back. I'm Fox with FoxeoGames and this is Dark Souls Predatory Women, where we talk about red pill concepts, specifically about the types of women out there who will get you in trouble, who will take what you got, take everything you have, possibly, take advantage of you, use you, and all that other stuff, especially for those that are not aware. The secret here is to be aware of it. Once you're aware of it, once you know what's going on, once you know the different types of predatory women that are out there, you're far less likely to fall for it. That doesn't mean you're guaranteed not to. When last we left off, I was brutally murdered. My character, not me, in real life. And, yes, I was smashed with a hammer right before I could get to the elevator leading down to the Artorias area there. Oh well. Woo! Alright, so let's do this. We're going to make a run for it again. We're probably not going to stop and fight everything. You know what? We're actually not going to stop and fight everything. Last time we talked about the Gold Digger. Excuse me. And the Gold Digger is less about women trying to get the richest and most famous and more about any and all women trying to get just some money or some fame or some status or just anything out of it. So don't think that just because you only make, say, 50, 55,000, 60,000 a year that you won't be the target of a gold digger. The gold diggers that go after you may not look nearly as good as the gold diggers that go after the millionaires, obviously. But hey, I mean, you can see some millionaires. Some millionaire men are married to some women that definitely are not up to the level you would think they'd be. What an idiot. What an idiot. I like it. Today's drink of choice is going to be hot black coffee. Let's pour it out now. The plunger on the French press gets pressed down, and the coffee gets poured. Straight black, ground fresh from espresso beans. As I spill some on my desk, fortunately, I have Kleenex handy for just that purpose. Alright, I'm going to leave it at that. We'll let that cool off for just a moment while we talk about today's topic, baby rabies. So, what is the baby rabies woman? I couldn't think of a better term for it. I've heard this term used by a lot of different people, so I don't think I need to credit anyone in particular with it. But I've definitely heard Rich Cooper use it. And by the way, it's easy to walk over here thinking that that's a path you can take and roll off and die. Be careful here. There are a few areas where you can just accidentally walk off cliffs. Something to be aware of. For sure. Whoop. Okay. Not having a shield changes things. It really does. It changes how you have to approach a lot of encounters. Let me see if I can get one at a time here. Whoa. Oh, shoot. I love the way they do that little trimming multi-attack. It is annoying, but it's funny. This area is interesting for sure. Not my favorite, but I don't dislike it. Let's see what's over here. Oh, look at that. There's an item up on that cliff. Should we go this route? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Yeah, I knew he was going to get me. And that, my friends, is why we have so much Estus. Because stuff just hits kind of hard in new game plus mode. I think we can get there right up here. Yes, 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 yes. There we go. Oh, shoot. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it. Okay, there we go. I don't know if there's any other way you get to it. The Guardian Helm, guys. If you want the Guardian set, you got to do that. And let's head back to... Oh, what's this? It's a pathway leading to Elizabeth Mushroom. Okay, I haven't gotten that in a long time. I do remember that being there. It's been so long. The baby rabies woman is exactly what it sounds like. It's a woman who has this almost sort of, what should we say? Almost a crazy drive, need to have a child. And these women don't always make it real obvious because they know that a lot of men are not interested in having children at any one particular stage in their lives. And certainly most men do not want to have children with a woman that they're not in a long-term relationship with. Yep, that is excellent coffee. I made it, so I'm going to brag about it. A baby rabies woman may start talking to you about whether or not you want to have children very early on in your relationship. That doesn't necessarily mean that she does absolutely suffer from baby rabies. That doesn't mean that she's going to try to do everything in her power to get pregnant off you necessarily, but something to look out for is if she's very interested in talking about children and it's like your third date. Now, some women just, they don't know what to talk about on dates. They're kind of like men. They get a little nervous, so they might just talk about things like, would you ever want to get married? Do you want kids? They just, this is just a topic for them. So you have to see through what they're saying, what's on the surface to what may be their deeper intentions. Let's do this. I keep forgetting to buy arrows. Did you see that? All four of them are linked. And that's some BS. Cool. Okay. These guys have incredible tracking. And we don't really need to fight them. They do drop Twinkling Titanite, at least they can. They don't always. But we're going to avoid them for now. I will get my souls right here. And then there's an item back here that I'm going to get real quick. And hopefully we can make it to the door before they, yeah, we're good. We're solid. This is where I got slammed last time, right there. Right before getting to the elevator. It's not as easy to spot the baby rabies, but one thing to be aware of is that, as I've given in previous advice, what in the world is with... I'm offline, so are these players? Try rolling. Yeah, it must be, because I can... That's weird. That even offline I'm seeing messages. Let's go grab that item real quick. And I'm seeing a message here, too. Crazy. Path ahead. Yes. Thank you. So there's always a risk when you don't control the means of birth control. You should always control that. That is one of the iron rules of Tomasi's Rational Male book. You want to be in charge. Oh, here we go. Let's do large arrows. And we'll do 156. Why an odd number? I don't know. Why not? And then we'll buy some green blossoms. Green blossoms are very useful for the Artorias fight, especially if you don't have a shield and need to roll a lot. Now, we don't actually need to go back to the bonfire. We have unlocked this, so that's the whole point of coming up here. It's a shortcut. Baby rabies chicks will oftentimes lie or be dishonest about their use of birth control. She may tell you that she cannot have children. She's incapable. She may tell you that she is on the pill, and she may tell you she's not fertile right now, or she may come up with any number of reasons why you don't need to worry about the birth control. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Let her take care of it. Just trust her. And of course, I think by now, if you guys have seen any number of my more recent playthroughs on the red pill concepts, you know what I would say about that. What level of trust should you show in this woman? None. Absolutely none. Oh, darn it. I couldn't get an extra hit off. I wonder if switching to the Dark Silver Tracer would be better. Oh, shoot. Oh, I got hit. I didn't mean to do that. Obviously. Okay, he's probably going to charge up. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only got 4 off. I counted 5, but it was only 4. So the baby rabies chick will try to mislead you so that you don't use birth control so that she can get pregnant off you when you don't actually want her to. And that's a big deal. That's a very big deal. Because getting pregnant with a woman that you don't want to can be an 18-year sentence or more. Because she will take you for everything she can. Child support, if you're married, alimony, other fees too. Like, people think that child support is all that you pay, right? You pay your child support, and that's it. And then, you know, you do your part. You have your 50-50 custody, hopefully. Hopefully there's no dads out there that think that all you do is send her a check and then that's it and you're done. That's terrible. Don't do that. The idea is you pay more than child support. You pay child support, then you probably are going to put him or her on your insurance, the children, so you're paying for the children's insurance. You're then probably paying 50% or more of medical bills, and then you're paying for extracurricular activities, school fees, and supplies, and it can just get really crazy with all the different things you end up having to pay for. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm getting a little impatient here. I'm trying to take him out as quickly as possible. Woo, that worked. I'm getting in so many of these double hits that I probably shouldn't because it's risky. Oh, I knew he got me there. Here we go. Whoa, I can't believe I dodged that. Oh, no. Oh, shoot. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe I did it. Nice. When I say I can't believe I did it, I can't believe I killed him right there. Didn't get smacked. I'm very fortunate that I have my wolf ring on. Do these have any poise at all? Oh, they do. Okay, for some reason I was thinking they didn't have any poise. So I was questioning why I could poise through so much. So I've got 3, 8, 3. Whoops. I hate when I do that. And 6. Oh, that's a good. That's an okay amount of poise. Nothing amazing, but it's more than nothing. Oops. There we go. All right, gentlemen. That is Artorias. All right, his baby is Sif. Sif the magic dragon. I'm kidding. He's just a magic wolf who's giant, who's bigger than Artorias. The baby Rabies girl is looking to have kids and bail once she does. Now, here's the catch, guys, and this is the most dangerous thing about baby Rabies chicks. They don't necessarily know that that's their intent. They may genuinely seem interested in you, and she may mistakenly think she's interested in you. She may mistake her own feelings for you based on her desire to have a baby. And plus, women don't want to believe that they're bad people. No one does, right? A woman doesn't want to believe that she's a bad person who's just going to use you for your sperm to get pregnant. So she has to convince herself that she really does love you and care about you. And that this whole thing about leaving you shortly after giving birth and saying how horrible and awful you are and then trying to take as much money from you as she can, well, that was never in the plan. Of course she didn't plan that. That would be pretty evil for her to plan that. But of course, yes, that's pretty much what she knew she was going to do. It happens so often with so many different women in so many different circumstances, it's impossible not to believe that there's a level of intentionality to it. I must forget you can back... What? I can't do a... I don't like the fact that I can't kill him with one backstab. Alright. She will believe that she's in love with you. Oftentimes, and the purpose of this is to justify using you for your... seed. Let's call it seed. We should think of more family-friendly terms, right? Intimacy is a more friendly term than sex. Seed is a more friendly term than semen or speer. S-P-E-R-M, if I can spell correctly. And less likely to get flagged by the YouTube's prudish censors. Oh! Oh no. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Oh, somebody's trying to shoot me. So let her get one more off. Oh, crap. That was no good. Walked right into it. Does a shit ton of damage, too. One good thing to do with someone you think may have baby rabies is to test her. Tell her you will only father the number of kids that you want. You will only do it on your timeline. And at this present time, you don't know what that is. And make sure she knows she is not currently the one you're considering to be a mother. Just let her know, hey, you know, we haven't had enough time together. There's absolutely no way for me to know. Make her well aware of the fact that you are not in any way committed, but instead you are specifically committed not to have children with her at this present time. Now, that may sound kind of harsh. You got to find a way to say it that's a little nicer than the way I'm putting it. But the idea here is that... Who's shooting at me? Oh, it's in there. Okay. And you have to make it as nice as you can, obviously. Let's do the sunlight maggot. Do I have that? Yeah. And let's go back up to Kieran's armor. And the amulet is in here, which I don't think I actually got last time. Or maybe I did. Let's... let's do this. Ready? Oh my goodness, that was close. Alright. We'll go up here to get this item. I don't really need it, but why not? It's probably going to be the second of... I probably already have it from last time anyway, but whatever. Woo, that was close. Almost got me. Oh, okay, it won't even let you pick it up. Interesting. Alright, whatever. Now we're going to go back this way. I do want to get rid of Chester. Marvelous Chester. Oh my goodness. Woo. Gotta get some health back here. The problem is that it's hard to actually stagger him. Okay. Oh shoot. You got me from that far away? Oh my goodness, really? And he's gonna shoot me? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. He's tough. He's tough as nails. I think he likes to stay in place, doesn't he? He doesn't really like to come after you. Oh, dumbass. Well, there, he's dead. Hope he didn't drop anything of value. It's gone now. Whoop. All right. Little shortcut there, jumping down. And we definitely have to roll this. We can't block it. What? Really? Alright, that was perfect. So, other thing about the baby rabies chick. She will lie about birth control, we discussed that, and may try to get pregnant while claiming to be on the pill or some other form of contraceptive like an IUD. She may claim that she's not even capable of having a baby in the first place. So that is something to be well aware of. Let me tell you some of the risks involved with dealing with these kind of women. Well, having a child is not necessarily a bad thing, but having a child unexpectedly, unplanned, at the wrong time, with the wrong woman, all of these things can add a lot of unnecessary difficulty and headache to your lives. They're sort of this awkward combination of difficulty and challenge and blessing and cost and everything just all wrapped into one. That's, for those of you that don't have kids, it's hard to explain, but if you have a child with the wrong woman, it can literally feel like this 18 to 21 year sentence that you get just put on you. Depending on where you live, and in the United States, I can tell you, you could be paying child support for 18, 21 years. If your child is born with a disability, they could extend that indefinitely. You could be paying for this child indefinitely. If you got married to this woman that used you to have a child, that took advantage of you, that had sex with you for the purposes not malicious necessarily, but dishonest purposes. Her entire intent was not to share, in the marriage with you. Her intent was just to get babies out of you. Should be criminal, but it's not. And even if it were criminal, it'd be very difficult to prove. As it is, just sexual assault between previously consenting partners is extremely difficult to prove. Like, how do you prove that a sexual assault occurred between a husband and wife in the privacy of their own home when the couple has already had sex on countless occasions? Nobody was there. There's no video. There's no audio. It's just a he said, she said. You can't. That's why you really have to trust the person you're with. And this lesson goes for both men and women. Because if you don't trust the guy, this is for the ladies. There are no ladies here, hopefully. I don't give ladies advice, but this is for advice for you guys to tell ladies in your life. Like if you have a sister, if you have a daughter, if you have a female coworker that maybe has made this mistake, you probably shouldn't be giving her this kind of advice anyway, but women have to be able to trust the man they're with, that if she suddenly decides to withdraw consent in the middle, which is just an idiotic thing to do, don't start something you don't plan on finishing. That's a life lesson there. But if she wants to withdraw consent right in the middle, or if she suddenly wants to just change her mind, she needs to trust that the man she's with will be cool with that. Otherwise, she's putting herself in a position where she could be taken advantage of, she could be assaulted, and there's just no way to prove it. And although you may get the guy arrested initially, it's not going to go anywhere in prosecution. Yeah, the prosecutors and the police will be more than happy to jump to my lady's defense. Now, if a guy claimed it, no, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about men. That's one thing men learn in this life. No one gives a shit about men. Women don't give a shit about men. Men don't give a shit about men. The government, police, prosecutors, domestic violence resources, nobody gives a shit about men. You're expected to just handle it all yourself and deal with it. Women, on the other hand, oh God, we can't resist the urge to jump at the opportunity to help women. Even if we think they might be lying, we jump at the opportunity. But men, screw them. They're on their own, right? So anyway, long story short, paternity fraud is a difficult thing to prove, and there are various kinds of it. I think one variation of paternity, now the most standard kind of paternity fraud is when a woman is with a man in a long-term relationship. They're monogamous. They have an understood agreement that they're only with each other. She runs off and cheats with another dude and gets pregnant. And she's aware of this, or at least she knows it's a possibility, but she tries to pass the child off as being his and doesn't bother even trying to verify if it is or not. Now, she could go, well, it's probably his because I only had sex with that guy that one time. Isn't it interesting that when a woman cheats on a man, it's always just that one time? Just remember this, guys. When you get caught cheating, what do you tell women? I've never cheated. But I know what men say, because it's the same thing women say. Oh, it's just a one-time thing. It didn't really mean anything. I was drunk or this. Or now, women use another tactic. And this one is despicable. But women like to use this tactic of, well, you know, he kind of forced me and he raped you? Well, it wasn't really rape, but I didn't want to, and he made me do it, but it wasn't really rape. They try to put it off on the man like the man forced it. No. Believe me, guys, no. She willingly had sex with this dude. You somehow found out about it, and now she's trying to retroactively apply some excuse or justification to it. Men, you guys... Come on, guys do the same kind of thing in terms of coming up with excuses and whatnot. They don't claim the woman forced them, usually. But they'll claim something like, well, you know, I had a lot to drink and I wasn't thinking straight and I was really depressed and I just, you know, and it was just this one-time thing and I'll never do it again. And it's interesting that whenever you catch your significant other cheating, it's always just a one-time thing. They only did it that one time. Just happens to be that one time that you found out, you know? Now, granted, you know, there's no possibility that maybe they cheated more than once and you just didn't find out about those, right? It's only that one time, right, guys? So, just bear that in mind, okay? If you discovered the one time your girl cheated on you, it's probably not one time. Maybe it could be just one time, but it's probably not one time. Now, you're probably thinking, well, Fox, you know, I think it was just that one time because she came and she told me about it. Well, let me tell you why that might happen. The reason why a woman might come and tell you she cheated is, well, number one, yes, she could be genuinely remorseful for it. It could have been a thing that just kind of happened. Maybe he was a little persistent and direct, and he was very alpha about it. And you know, her natural proclivity is to do what an alpha tells her to do. And although he didn't order her to have sex with him, you know, he was very alpha. He took charge. He led the way, and she never felt totally comfortable saying no. That's a problem. You need to make sure your woman is aware. You have to be able to say no to other men. If a strong enough man can just come into your life and coax you into doing something, then you don't need to be with me. You need to be the strong enough man that can get her to improve her life, to become a better woman, to help you become a better man. And that strength of your alpha characteristics should be enough for her that if another man tries to come in and coax her into doing something she doesn't want to do, she doesn't do it. I did have I was in a relationship with a woman where she just didn't have that strength of character. No matter how alpha I was, she just wasn't strong enough as an individual. And so she would just bend to the will of her parents, especially her dad. She just kept giving in to whatever he said and whatever he told her to do. She was extremely weak in that regard, very, very emotionally weak. And I just got tired of that and eventually had to put an end to it. I should have put an end to it after like the second time it happened. You know, you give them that one grace period, that one grace mistake, so to speak. You give them that one opportunity where you sit down with them and say, look, this is why I'm not okay with this. This is a boundary. Cross it again, and I'll have to do what I have to do. People say not to give ultimatums. I do agree with that. But telling someone your boundaries is kind of feels like ultimatums. You don't have to tell them what you're going to do if they violate it. Just tell them what your boundary is. And tell them that it'll have to be addressed at that point. Now, this may leave a lot of women thinking that that means that you're just going to talk to them again, or you're just going to get mad at them or something. But be very calm about your approach, and they'll take it more seriously. Yelling, people don't take seriously. They really don't. Kids don't take yelling seriously. They just go, oh, well, he's just mad. Mom's just mad. Dad's just mad. When you sit down, like with your son or daughter, and go, listen, Jem, or listen, Jane, I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed because what you didn't just betray you and your values. It betrayed me, betrayed your mother. You betrayed the way that we raised you. Well, if you sit down and talk to a kid like that, that is so much more meaningful and impactful than sitting there yelling, how could you do this? I can't believe what you did. No, that means nothing to them. Everyone knows that people just yell when they're angry. That's not meaningful. That doesn't have a true impact on most people. It's just noise to them. It's annoying, negative noise, but it's noise. So you need to set boundaries, and that includes with the baby rabies mamas out there, or future mamas out there. Another sign of a baby rabies woman, she already has one or more kids and is still talking about having more kids. She has one kid with this dude, one kid with this, or she has two kids with the first father, one kid with the second father. She's on her second divorce, and she's with you asking you about how many kids you want to have. You know, woo! Oh my goodness, I almost went down the hole. You know, so make of that what you will, but to me, that'd be a red flag. That'd be a red flag. Not a yellow flag, a red flag. Wow, I've never seen the sorceress come forward that far like that. That's crazy, man. That's really crazy. Woo! Look at her laugh at me. What a bitch. Oh, I forgot to kindle that bonfire. Gosh darn it. Oh, you know, I can do it later. Yeah, bitch. Oh, shit. The other one's... Oh, golly. Oh, my goodness. I almost died. New Game Plus, y'all. It's tough out here. It's tough as nails out here, y'all. Alright, here we go. Sorry, my y'alls are always based on Epic Name Bro, Marcus. He's quite well known in the Dark Souls community. For those that don't know about him, just type Epic Name Bro, all one word. He mostly does Twitter now. He used to have, without question, like the best Dark Souls videos on YouTube. But he found out real quick that the amount of effort that goes into those and the amount of payoff is nothing compared to just doing Twitch live streams. So I was very disappointed when he went almost full Twitch live stream. Yes, I'm disappointed by it. Yes, I wish he'd keep making those awesome videos on YouTube, but I totally 100% understand. I have done videos similar to his before. You can find some on my channel, not just about Dark Souls, but about all sorts of things. It is not easy to put together those kinds of videos. Like, a lot goes into it, before you even start the editing. There's a ton of editing. There's a ton of getting the right footage. There's a ton of putting everything together and scripting. And all I can tell you is it's a very laborious process. It's labor intensive. And the payoff is just, it's generally not worth it. You don't get paid nearly as much as you put into it. If you were to do it like a bi-hourly wage, in the case of small-time YouTubers, it's less than minimum wage. Far less than minimum wage. Far less. I'm thinking in some cases, I've done really detailed videos, and even years later, if I look at all the money I've ever earned from it, and I'm not a big channel, that's why, maybe my hourly wage on that thing became, let's see, $12, $13, $14 an hour, somewhere in there. But that's after years. That's like waiting for the video to accrue ad revenue over the course of years. So you have to consider that that took a long time to get some reward back on it. Whereas he can do a Twitch live stream, spend 3 hours just playing, giving off the cuff commentary, just talking and chatting, and make probably what, $50, $100 an hour when you count all the donations and everything. So yeah, you can see why YouTubers would favor that over their own YouTube. It sucks that things are going that way, but I mean, money makes the world turn. It really does. Not literally. But it all comes down to, let's see, Ulysseal Township. Let's go kindle that bonfire before I forget. It really does, because why do so many people now favor live streams, both on YouTube and Twitch? Because you can make more money. That's why. You can make more money. It's easier and you can make more money. But still, people might say, well, Fox, it's really just because it's easier. They just don't want to put in the effort. They were putting in the effort in YouTube before. So it's not about just that it's easier that they're lazy. They were putting in the effort before. The reason they're not putting in the effort now is not just because it's so much hard work. It's because they can get so much more money doing this easier thing. So there's no reason for them not to do the easier thing. Oops. Alright, let's do this. We'll kindle it to 20. Even though we already have that other one at 20, obviously. Alright. Now, we're going to warp on out to the Ulysseal Township dungeon. So why did they make this dungeon? Why did the people of Ulysseal build this dungeon? Why did they carve out this space down there? Did they think, someday we're going to have the evil remnant of humanity come down here and it'll be a boss chamber for some player to fight in the near future? Or in the distant past? Depending on how you look at it. Alright. This guy right here is gonna try to tempt... Oh, you little bastard. Get... Oh, fuck it. I don't need that. Alright. It's a trick anyway. Gotta be honest, this gold silver tracer is just not doing as much damage as I thought it would at this point. Starting to wonder if I'd just be better off R2ing with the dark silver tracer. I called it the gold silver tracer, didn't I? The gold tracer. Excuse me. Another thing about the baby rabies is, obviously, you know, you don't want to be her sperm donor. Do not entertain talk of kids until it is at least a long-term relationship. I've made this mistake many times, and it hasn't come back to haunt me more than... Well, no, I guess it's never come back to haunt me because I just don't have kids, but is that the boss fog wall? That's crazy. That it's so close. No, it's not the boss fog wall. I was gonna say that can't be it. Ugh. I only have one child, and that was during my marriage. I would recommend not having a child unless you're either married or you guys consider you're either legally married with the bullshit government contract that you shouldn't get, or you consider yourselves married according to your own standards, which is the more important thing. What's more important than a government contract that you sign? Well, the social agreement that you have between you and your woman. That's infinitely more important. This is just such a weird shortcut. I can't think of what you would use it for or why you would want it. I feel like they might have built this shortcut into here when they planned for things to be a little different than they are. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? This is just not the best weapon for this. So far, it's working out not too bad. There we go. The problem also is that you step forward, and that causes you to step into their damage range. Let me get some stamina back here. Done. All right. None of them want to drop any humanity for me? Okay, fine. Sif, you are free. How you got so big after this, I don't know. I blame steroids, personally. He's got to be on steroids. That's not natural. You know, I think I've only had one person accuse me of using steroids. I'm not huge, but I used to be the scrawny kid. I used to be that scrawny guy where all the older women were like, you need to eat some food, get some meat on your bones, you're so scrawny. A few times I was made fun of by other guys for being kind of thin and small and whatnot, but I used to think that was better than being fat. And in some ways it is, but, you know, to women, at least when you're fat, like big and heavy, you have size. You have that sense of presence. You have that sense of strength. It doesn't necessarily look like strength, but you know what I mean. It might be better to be slightly too big, fat-wise, than really thin and scrawny, because thin and scrawny has that air of weakness and almost feminine quality to it. Ooh, I can't believe that didn't do damage to me. I walked right into him. Oh, shoot. This guy's moving fast. Okay. Where to now? I remember where all the jumps are from the very beginning of the area, but now I'm kind of turned around. We can go back there and get that item. I don't think I need it, but we will. Why not? We got some time left in this episode. Black Flame. Already got it. Already got it. I even have it equipped. So, how do you avoid the baby rabies? It's really simple, guys. If you make it abundantly clear that you are not in the market to have children at the moment, if you make it painfully clear, then you don't have to worry about these chicks for the most part, because they're not going to keep targeting you. They will target you if they think that you're going to be a sucker to their plans. It's just like any of these women. Narcissists target you when they sense that you're a pushover and that they can take advantage of you. If a narcissist meets you for the first time and she's like 30 minutes late and walks in there 30 minutes late, because narcissists sometimes do that, they don't give a shit about your feelings, and you go, well, you know, I was about to leave, actually. I was just about to walk out, so tell me why I should stay. If you take like some sort of attitude of, hey, you know, you wasted my time, I don't appreciate having to wait, you're not like totally rude or just throwing accusations out. You should say, you know, I was just about to get up to leave. My time's important, and, you know, you should have texted me if you're going to be 30 minutes late. That's a long time. Why should I stay? If that woman sits there and tries to give you a reason to stay, she's probably not a narcissist. If she gets mad at you, it's like, what do you think? Do you know what I was doing? I was out with my kids. I was, you know, when she goes into that bitchy mode, that's a possibility she's a narcissist, or she's borderline, or she's got some sort of problem. Any reasonable person, even the most reasonable men, if confronted with leaving someone hanging for 30 minutes, would at least offer some sort of apology or explanation. They would understand, you know? I would probably say something like, you know what, you're right, I probably should have texted you. This happened, but I got here as quick as I could. You still interested in moving forward? Let's do it. Something like that. So There's little ways that you indicate to narcissists, to borderlines, to all these individual women that you're not going to be a sucker for them. Setting boundaries and enforcing them. Number one way to safeguard yourself from almost all of these chicks. Whether it's the baby rabies chick, whether it's the narcissist, whether it's the borderline, whether it's a physical abuser, whether it's the manipulating, dominating type, whether it's the gold digger, it doesn't matter. You set a boundary, you stick to the boundary, you follow it, they will fade out of your life. They will generally walk away from you because they don't want to have to deal with a man who's setting boundaries and making them live up to standards. Now, here's the other catch. When you do that, though... Oh, shit. I thought I had it. When you do that, you're weeding out the bad women. You are not losing opportunities, guys. Please don't think that. You are weeding out the bad. You are getting rid of the weeds. You're removing the weeds. You're getting rid of the chaff, making room for the wheat. Oh, shit. Oh. When you have lots and lots of Estus, you can just keep using it, even when you've only lost a little bit of health. When you're short on Estus, you try to conserve it. That's why I like having just 20. That way I can heal up even if I'm not getting the full effect from it. The concern here is going to be the dark magic he's going to cast, the dark sorcery. That's going to be a deep concern for me. Did you like that little unlock? Hit him and... Oh, shoot. Yeah, I could probably be one shot by it if I'd gotten hit with that straight to my face. Woo! I did it. I finally did it. I rolled through it. I didn't manage to roll through a single one in my last playthrough. Sif, start hitting them. You douche nozzle. Come on. Hit him. Final. Oh, come on. Oh, I dodged way too soon, but fortunately I was out of the range anyway. Oh, shoot. I'm not used to that attack. Come on, Sif, get in there. Get his attention. Oh, boy. I feel like it's better to dodge than to use the silver amulet. I just feel like the silver amulet leaves me hanging half the time. Ah, see? That's the problem with that. You see how much damage that did? If I'd gotten hit with one strike of his, it probably would have killed me. Gotta save enough stamina. What the heck? I don't know how I got it that first time. Let's keep healing. I'm not doing as much damage as I was earlier. Let's get in there and start making this happen. Oh, come on. That did not hit me. That did not hit me. Oh, it's the bullshit. The bullshit. That is such an annoying move because you can't get out of it once you're in it. So it's just a waste of everyone's time sitting there watching your character flop around like a dead fish. Or a fish out of water, rather. Not a dead fish. Dead fish still flop. Come on, Sif. Do something, bro. Oh, shit. Yep. Ah, I knew it. I knew it. That bullshit combo move drained my health, and I never fully recovered and got hit. Sif is almost dead, by the way. He's hopping. So, boundary setting is really the solution for all of what we're talking about. There are other possible solutions as well to look at. But if you can set boundaries and stick to them, that's the way to go. That's how you're going to do it. And some of the ways you do that is you don't communicate boundaries verbally unless it clearly needs to be done. You don't sit there with a woman on the first date and be like, let me tell you my 16 boundaries. That's just not impressive. That's kind of a feminine thing too. Women like to give their list of demands up front. Get on Tinder, Bumble, Plenty of Fish, any of those apps, or get on OkCupid and look at people's profile, women's profiles rather. You'll see that women's profiles are full of the demands, are full of the, I don't date, or the full of the swipe left, or whatever direction it is to be denied. If you're a Trump supporter, swipe away. If you're a such and such, swipe away. If you're not a feminist, swipe away. If you're not a... I don't date men that... I don't... You know, it's all this, you know, bitchy, moany, whining shit that... I mean, women just love to fill your ear with that, you know, with that bullshit. Stay away from those. If her dating profile on an app or website is just a list of what she doesn't do and who she doesn't date and who she, you know... And the other one to look for, too, as a possible... It's a yellow flag, so something to be concerned about, is when she gives a list of all of her problems, and that if you can't accept that, there's something wrong with you. You know, that'd be like a guy getting on there and being like, I'm a violent drunk, I like to beat women, I impregnate them and leave, I don't pay child support, but if you can't handle me at my best, you don't, or if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. I guess I do need to be in human form for Sif, huh? What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? Did you see that? That was my entire health bar. Nearly my entire health bar in one shot. I hit the wrong button. Oh, I didn't have enough stamina for that roll. Let's get back in there. How did he hit me? He hits you when he starts his jump? Really? Okay, now I feel like the game is going into full bullshit mode. What the hell is going on? I did not recognize at all what he was doing right there. Maybe it was the angle. Oh shit. Woo! Ah, that timing. My timing was way off on that second one. Oh, damn. He's in Dark Sorcery mode now. Timing was right, the game fucked up. That's what I claim anyway, DSP style. Oh, here we go, here we go. Here we go, don't get caught by the bullshit. Here comes the bullshit. And he missed it. Nice try, buddy. It doesn't give all of the attack sounds for some reason. Some of the attack sounds are missing when I hit him. Woo, boy. Let's get him away from that corner. Come on, come on, come on out of there. Come on out of there. I don't want him backed up against the wall. Okay. I hit the roll in time, it just didn't happen. Okay, game's not responding now for some reason. Woo. Okay, I'm out of stamina. Shit. Game. Oh, I'm just getting away from that. I don't want any part of that. Oh. Oh shit, I ran out of stamina. Oh, that was close. Woo! Drink, 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 drink. And done. Oh yeah, there we go. Gotta stay on top of them. Alright, we did it. Without the help of Sif, who just seems to make it no less difficult. Interesting fight. I think there's some bullshit elements to it. And then let's go back to the Sanctuary Guardian, or the Ulasil Sanctuary. I said Sanctuary Guardian, it said Sanctuary Garden. So you set your boundaries, verbally if necessary, but preferably some other way. Like, if a woman is 20 minutes late, 30 minutes late to a date and hasn't texted anything or sent you a message, you could just leave. And if she texts you, say, hey, I'm here, be like, hey, you know, you were 20 minutes late. I hadn't heard from you, so I just left. My time is very important. Something like that. And see how she responds to that. If she gets really mad and angry at you because she was 20 minutes late and didn't say a word to you, she's mad at you because she didn't respect your time. What does that tell you? So, that should be a good indicator to you of what's going on there. I think I already have the... Nope, I didn't mean to do that. My bad. We're not going to fight Gwendolyn in this playthrough. Let's go to the Firelink Shrine. All right. So, a lot of these situations, a lot of these women, it can be about power, it can be about control. It certainly is with the narcissist. It certainly is with borderline personality disorder, though it's more about their own inadequacies. But with the case of the baby rabies woman, it's about wanting to get something that, for the most part, they can't get without a man. Now, they do absolutely need a man. If you don't count going to the sperm bank as avoiding a man, it really isn't avoiding a man. It's just a different way of kind of getting what they need. The one thing a woman can't get without your assistance, and I mean yours and men as a whole, all of us out there, all you guys as men, the one thing they can't get without us is children. Yep, we got the covenant. Well, you know what? We don't have enough time to go do that. What do we have enough time to finish up real quick? Oh, let's, we should be able to upgrade that now. Yep, there we go. Alright, it took most of the playthrough, but we got it. And then we can reinforce the armor. Oh, that was, okay. We got it somewhere. Not bad. Attune Black Flame, eh. We don't need it. We can do this, though. Because we don't need him around for any reason. Unfortunately, he doesn't drop a humanity. He should drop at least one humanity, in my opinion. We didn't rescue Laurentius or whatever his name is. Okay. We're gonna give him some stuff to get some souls. I didn't do that last time, so we should have several gold, No, not, oh gosh, darn it! I hit the wrong button. So, yeah, women know they can't get kids without us, so they're often desperate to use us for kids. Your wife may do this. Your wife may be planning on leaving you. You may have a particularly tumultuous relationship. You both may know that divorce is incoming, but for some reason, she wants that baby. And what's she going to do? Is she going to say, hey, I just want a baby before we split up? Hell no, she ain't going to say that. She's going to say, well, maybe we can make this work, and blah, 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 blah. And all I need is for you to just trust me and have a baby with me and pay me child support for 18 to 21 years and pay for all this other stuff and then pay alimony and then give me half of everything you have and half of your retirement that you worked for. And yeah. I don't often talk to him. All right. I guess we did give him everything, or we didn't get those items in the first place. I only had one gold coin. We're going to pretty much end it here, guys. But yeah, boundary setting. I should do an entire episode about that. And we will when we get to the basics of the red pill. I'm going to do an entire playthrough called the basics. I haven't decided the name yet, but it's going to be something like red pill basics, red pill principles, something of that sort, where you could watch it, not know anything about the red pill, and get all the basic foundation. And only some of it will be related to women. Because the concepts apply to your entire life. Ideally, really, it's about women. Like, the whole red pill movement came as a result of men interacting with women and finding out, wait a minute, these old conventions don't work anymore. The old social contract doesn't work anymore. There's something going on here that we need to look at. Let's all swap notes. Let's share information. What happened when you did this? What happened when you did that? What do women do when men do this? What's going on here? Why do women act this way? But a lot of men have brought that back, and we've now realized, oh, wait a minute. All of these principles we're learning from all this cover what men need to do just to be good men, just to be solid individuals, just to raise their own life situation, to become the best versions of themselves, to have an effect on the world, to make some money, to get farther in their career and achieve their own goals and get the things that they want out of life. And that will be the Red Pill Basics or the Red Pill Principles playthrough that I do. It'll probably be the best one. It will be, at that point, the one playthrough I'd recommend that people watch. If they're going to watch any one of my Red Pill based or dating based or advice based playthroughs, these new kind of things I'm doing on the channel, it will be that one, because that will set up the foundation of everything. You'll know all the core principles from that one playthrough. We'll cover stuff like frame. We'll cover stuff like grooming and fashion. We'll cover stuff about fitness. We'll cover stuff about like nutrition and eating. We'll cover stuff about finance and jobs and careers and savings, retirement, and all that. We'll cover so much stuff that you could watch it over and over again and get all the basic foundations. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to watch that one thing and become, a rich, buff millionaire who has 20 women in a harem necessarily, but it'll give you all the foundation you need to move forward and to find more information that you might need on any one particular topic. Well, guys, I want to thank you for joining me. As always, I had fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Make sure to give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the notification bell icon, and choose all videos or all notifications if you always want to be notified when I upload. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. I'm most active on Twitter. That's where I most recommend you follow me. And of course, if you leave your comments down below, I will read them. If you have any specific questions you don't want in a public forum, DM me on Twitter. Send me a direct message on Twitter, and I will answer it there. If I refer to your case in a video or openly anywhere, I won't use your name, your user handle. I won't use any specifics that would identify you or your situation. So just know that. And if you definitely don't want me talking about your situation in any way, shape, or form, even anonymously, just say that in the direct message. I read all of your comments, guys. I try to reply when I have something to say, or just hit the like or love button on them. There's a little heart. I don't know. YouTube adds new stuff all the time. Whew. And make sure to maintain your frame and stay away from the baby rabies chicks. You have kids on your time. When you're ready, you have the amount that you want in your way, not hers. Later, guys.